How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. TC with another little unusual item. This was something that I got as part of a sale on eBay. The guy threw this in as extra, and something else I'll show in just a second. This is pretty cool. This is a program from the West Coast Theater's Criterion Theater. Okay, this is in Los Angeles, California, at 7th. Let's see, what did it say? 7th Street? I think it was. I've seen it somewhere here. But anyway, it's in Los Angeles. I'd be curious if this Criterion Theater still exists. But this is a program for Charles Chaplin, A Woman of Paris production that he apparently did. He's not in it, but it's one he directed and such. It's from 1923, Wednesday evening. This is when going to the theater was a big event. I'll get a little closer so you can read this if you want to. It's pretty interesting stuff. It's a bit of history of the stuff, the place, and the actual movie. Like I say, this is an extra that was added to a batch of scripts I bought from a guy off of eBay. He had this and another little item, and he added it as an extra bonus. It's pretty cool. Here's an article about the theater circuit. Two, 3-page article. And here's about music. Because at this time, in the theaters, there would be I forgot what they call it. It's right in front of the stage, between the audience and the stage, below the stage, on the ground. There was a little pit, this is what it's called, orchestra pit, where they would play the music during the movie. And of course, you would read the words that were spoken, subtitles on the screen. Like I say, this is 1923, so definitely no, not a talkie. And there's Chaplin. Little article he wrote dealing with this. And here's the deal about the Criterion Theater. Yeah, here's where I seen the address. Aristocrat of the Screen, Grand Avenue and 7th Street, Los Angeles. I'd be curious to know if this thing was still here, if it's still there or not. Probably not. It's a shame, because I'm sure from reading the description of it later on in here, it was quite spectacular, like the old theaters were with the balconies and all that. Here's the prices and the information, the start times and all that. Matinee, 50-cent balcony, dress circle 75, main floor 1 through 12 rows 75-cent, balcony $1, main floor 12th to 24th row $1. So that's pretty cool. And that was a lot of money back then, $1 for a movie. Quite a lot of money. I think the normal price for a movie back in the day, the kids would go to the matinees and see the old westerns and serials and stuff, were probably a nickel, maybe 10 cents. I don't know. Wasn't a lot. Definitely wasn't $1. For $1 back then, you could buy, I think there was 10 cents. No, in 1923, they were probably 5 cents for a comic. So you could get 20 comics for $1. So $1 was quite a bit. Of course, the setting and all that was part of it, the atmosphere. And here's the actual thing. Woman of Paris, a drama of fate, written and directed by Charles Chaplin, featuring Edna Purviance. Program, all the different units and all that about it. Credits, more credits. The cast, here's all the cast. There's Edna, Adolphe Menjou, Carl Miller, Lydia Knott, Charles French, Clarence Gelbert, Melvina Polo, and Betty Morrissey. And here's a synopsis of the actual movie. Okay, it continues on. Give you a chance to check that out. And the next few pages are all ads. It's kind of cool. It's all the different, I guess you call it sponsors. Different advertising. There's a bonds company. There's the theater itself. Hardware. Athletic club. Or with florist. Mayor's Advertising Print and Lithograph. House Olson Sculptor. That's crazy. Okay. Southern California Disinfecting. There's the marquee for it. Billboard. Woman of Paris. Another florist. Marine Grills. Look at this. Steak, chicken, seafood, $1.50 for the dinner. 9-course daily. Wow. And here we have Maud Reeves Bernhard, a vocal expert. That's an ad. She may have worked with the orchestra in the pit. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's just an ad. And here's more Criterion. Electrical signs and products. Blackburn Daylight Screen. Photo engravers. Service department. Sanitary janitary supply. Edison Mazda lamps in this theater. That's pretty cool. Edison light. Herbert Bateman, floral art again. And Principal Pictures Corporation. Fred Hartsook, another theater. Or Orpheum Theater building. Broadway, Taylor and Scott. And that's it. Pretty cool. And I like this little, this reminds me of the covers of the 60s Star Trek and Irwin Allen scripts. Had the wrinkled cowhide-like covers. Okay, the next thing that was in there was this, called A Lucky Night. This is a movie. It's a pretty cool little deal here. I like this paper that's covering the photo. It's kind of like a spider web paper. It's kind of neat. Here's the two actors, main actors in it. That is Myrna Loy and Robert Taylor. There's all the stats on that. Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, Josh Allen, Henry O'Neill, Douglas Fowley, Norman Torog. Pretty interesting. I know that name from Jerry Lewis movies. He directed a few of those. Here's all the other players. Myrna Loy, Robert Taylor, Joseph Fallon. Let's see, Myrna, see what I know. Nope. Don't recognize any of these names. And I believe that's it. Yep. There's one more page. Nope, that's it. And then here's the highlights of it. If you want to read it, go ahead. And then you got one more piece of protective spider web paper here that covers that. And then the back cover. It's too bad it got folded at one time or another. The big crease down the middle, but pretty cool. I'm not sure what the date is on this. I didn't look it up. I believe this is probably from the, let's see, does it actually say? No, it doesn't say. I'm guessing that this is probably this movie from the late 30s, early 40s. That's my guess. But anyway, a couple of interesting little programs, especially this one, really cool. Let me know what y'all think. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. And don't forget to comment and ring that bell. Later.